Okay, I hope we've gone through with the different kinds of companies. Let's go through once again on the basis of incorporation, on the basis of liability, on the basis of total number of members, on the basis of domicile, and other companies. Now we've just got to do with the other types of companies. Under that, the first one is Section 8 company. Now, a Section 8 company is registered as a limited company under Section 8 of the Companies Act 2013 and holds a license from central government and has its objects the promotion of commerce, art, science, sports, research, social welfare, protection of environment, or any such other object. Second, it intends to apply its profit, if any, or any income in promoting its objectives. What are the objectives? The promotion of commerce, art, science, trade, etc., social welfare, etc. And it intends to prohibit the payment of any dividend to its members. Such companies come under the Section 8 company. The next one is the government company. It means any company in which not less than 51% of the paid up share capital is held up by the central government or by any state government or governments, or partly by the central government and partly by one or more state governments. But it should not be less than 51% of the paid up share capital which is held by these companies. Now, these paid up share capital shall be the total voting power where shares with differential voting rights have been issued. Clear with what a government company? 51% or more of the share capital is held by central government or state government or governments, or partly by central governments or partly by one or two state governments. What is a small company? As the very name suggests, it means a company other than a public company where the paid up share capital of which does not exceed 50 lakhs or such higher amount as may be prescribed by the Act, and the turnover of which as per profit and loss account for the immediately preceding financial year does not exceed 2 crores. So, paid up share capital does not exceed 50 lakhs and the turnover of the profit and loss account should not exceed rupees 2 crores. These company come under the small company. These do not apply to the provided that nothing in this clause shall apply to a holding company or a subsidiary company, a company registered under Section 8, or a company or body corporate governed by any special act. So, all these do not fall under the small companies. Subsidiary company, as the very name says, subsidiary are company in which the holding company controls the composition of the board of directors, or it exercises or controls more than 1/2 of the total voting power either by its own or together with one or more of its subsidiary companies. What is a holding company? A company in relation to one or more other companies, meaning a company in which such companies are subsidiary companies. So, what is a holding company? Which holds other subsidiary companies. What is an associate company? Associate company in relation to another company means a company in which that other company has a significant influence but which is not a subsidiary company of the company having such influence, and includes a joint venture company. It can be a joint venture but it is not falling under the category of a holding or a subsidiary company. Now, for the purpose of this clause, the expression significant influence means control of at least 20% of the total voting power or decision under an agreement, and the parties have a joint control of the arrangement having the rights to the net assets of the company. So, that is an associate company. I repeat, an associate company is in relation to any other company, means a company in which that other company has a significant influence, but which is not a subsidiary company of the company. It has significant influence, but it is not a subsidiary company of that company. What is a producer company? A producer company can be defined as a legally recognized body of farmers or agriculturalists with the aim to improve the standard of their living and ensure a good status of their available support, incomes and profitability. So what is a producer company? It is a body corporate having objects or activities which are specified in an act and registered in the section 581B and registered as producer company under the Companies Act 1956. So these are mainly related to agriculture and farmers or agriculturalists. And the last company which we have is the dormant company. Now, in case of a company is formed and registered under this act for a future project or to hold an asset or intellectual property and has no significant accounting transaction, such a company or an inactive company may make an application to the registrar for obtaining the status of a dormant company. I repeat, in the case of a company is formed and registered under this act, dormant company, for a future project or to hold an asset or intellectual property and has no significant accounting transaction, such a company or an inactive company may make an application to the registrar for obtaining a status of a dormant company. What happens after registrar or in consideration of the application, he shall allow the status of a dormant company to the applicant and issue a certificate. Now, inactive company means a company which has not been carrying on any business or operation or has not made any significant accounting transaction during the last 2 financial years or has not filed any returns either. So, such companies are known as dormant companies. I hope all of you are clear with all the different kinds of companies. Yes? Okay. So, what have we done today? What is the meaning and definition of a company? Features, advantages, disadvantages, kinds of companies, and I think I would stop with that, and next class we would do with the articles of association, memorandum of association, how do we form a company. Thank you so much. Wishing you a very good day. Thank you.